I've been bothered about that Ryan Agoncillo comment.
The Flip Side with Jay and Noel. Okay, so we're going there. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just beginning to think maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Oh, what? Too soft? Is that what it is?
Yeah, too soft. People thinking that that we're doing bad things on the air. Who do we think we are?
Right.
Oh, my name's Noel, and that's Jay. So now you know us. So um, yeah, no, I was just wondering about that. I mean, I was just thinking like maybe it's a good thing because people are reacting, but maybe it's also a bad thing because we're talking negative about other people.
Well, it's not really okay. I guess it was. I'll take blame for it. Most of it was my fault since I'm the one that pretty much egged on it quite a bit. Okay. First of all, it was just basic humor, just joking around people.
Right.
You know, I honestly did not know that it was a camera that he was carrying. I honestly thought it was one of those bags that are everybody's carrying around them nowadays. So I was obviously curious, like, did he just decide to bring his personal stuff on stage or what? Wala namang ano eh, kayo naman masyado naman kayong nagagalit eh, kagad eh. Tapos sasabihin niyo, sino ba kayo? Hoy! Come on,
How did
chill
you
out.
feel about it when you read those comments?
I was a little annoyed to be honest with you. You know, medyo na-annoy ako talaga. Kasi I don't think na wala naman akong ginagawang or sinasabing masama. At saka, hindi naman ako nang-i-insulto. You know, kung ang isang tao, lalo na sa posisyon nila, magagalit sa mga sinasabi ng tao, eh di mas mahirap ang trabaho nila. 'Di ba? Pag yung mga actors and actresses or entertainers. Because no matter what, there's people that's going to say stuff. Now,
Like two guys in a podcast.
right. Pero kung tutuusin mo, kung pakinggan mo lahat ng sinabi natin, hindi naman insulto sa kanya yung ano eh, yung sinabi. Parang ano lang eh. It was just commenting in regards to the bag and what possible reasons could there be. Right?
You know what this is? The problem with me was it brought up probably like past trauma. I used to do this on the radio. I used
Oh,
to roast people also. Like, just make fun. I thought it was funny. I thought it was
right.
funny, especially like my tricycle comment. Like, yeah, siguro namamasada yan pagkatapos niya mag-host.
Oh,
And
oh.
some guy responded to something to the effect of hindi nyo naman alam yung kanyang network. First of all, it's not network, it's his net worth. We're talking he's probably talking about his money, not his
Right.
scope of like friends.
Right.
Yeah, yun nga. I was thinking nga that we didn't really technically say anything bad. It was just our opinion. Like you and me, we look like Christmas trees right now. Ha ha. Like feel
Exactly.
bad.
Right.
Like and you're bald and I'm bald too. Ha ha. Like gee. But the one that makes me worry, and it's not really like a therapy session, like I'm really affected, but I did think about it for a couple of minutes because it was like because I just put up that video about how kids are the hope for the future, and we think that they're street kids, pero they actually have manners and they're actually good kids.
Mhm.
They just look, or maybe they're just born and bred into like you know an unhealthy environment, but deep
Right.
inside they're really good kids. And like the the video that I put up about street kids eating in the carinderia uh the other day, which happened like a couple of months ago. Anyway, I was just like hoping for the Philippines, and then when we get comments like this, it's what makes me worry about the Philippines. Na parang grabe naman, parang balat sibuyas naman. Balat sibuyas sila and balat sibuyas rin ako for being so affected by it. But
Right.
balat sibuyas with a touch of suka, balat sibuyas with a touch of insultos. Like, sino ba kayo? Ang kakalbo nyo naman, like mukha naman kayong koneho. And then I had to Google what koneho was all about. It's like, oh my goodness.
Well, it doesn't have to be like that though. I mean, wala namang insulto yun eh. Meaning, yeah, you make jokes regarding the bag and why a person will be carrying a bag. That's basically it. Do I think that he's a bad actor or a bad person or whatever. No, I actually, after that show episode, remember I said I wasn't sure who he was. I actually went on to try to find out videos and movies about him, and that's when it reminded me that you told me that he's married to what's her name? Jude. They call her Judai, right?
Yeah, Julian Santos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
That
a really good, successful. I think what do you call this? A
love
restaurant
team. Oh, love
on the
restaurant.
street. Yeah,
Oh,
they're like into. I mean, she is like a chef or like really into cooking.
right. Well, he's actually, I'm actually quite a fan of his. I just didn't know who he was, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody's gonna know everybody. Okay,
Yeah, pero natawa
chill
lang ako
lang
dun
mga
sa
pare.
reaction about like kayo sino ba kayo something about
Oh,
his network and net worth and to, and then I was like thinking I don't think Ryan would really mind parang ano lang yun
yeah. I mean, wala namang.
but
I do,
yung galit sa atin yung galit sa akin like this is like one gosh like one short or one video clip paano pa kaya for the rest of the stuff that we've done. But it
right.
was like just so happens to be we're talking about a celebrity and this I'm going towards the idea of like how fans now are like will really fight and protect
Right.
the celebrity that they're so in love with baka sila.
Yeah. Well, na nga. So, it's not, there's only a couple, two comments really in regards to that short. Okay, but they were both kind of like, huh?
There's one that
So
came like 9, 10, 11, 12 hours ago. Did you see the one where it said something like
I just saw that.
this
Pakialam,
no this dude if you don't know who this dude is like don't say anything. It's like that's very dangerous. Like I can't say anything or actually it was you that
yeah,
said, I don't know who this dude is, but he's wearing like this like that. And I was like that's very dangerous, dude. If a person can't say any opinion about anything because just because they don't know the person, that's
right,
the reason
right,
for them to like shut up and censor themselves
right.
and not say anything because they don't know
And
who
plus,
he
I
is.
didn't say anything bad. I did not say anything bad. Now,
Well,
for that
technically,
comment, can you honestly sit there and tell me, for that person that commented, that you've never said anything or commented on anything about anybody else ever?
yun na
I,
nga yun eh.
oh,
They'll say that you're not saying anything bad. You are saying bad because you're commenting that, well, I commented or we commented that, he looks like a tricycle driver. And I'm like, what's wrong with being a
no,
tricycle driver? That's a decent job.
right,
It's just,
right.
it's just funny to be wearing a bag or anything on your shoulder while you're hosting.
Correct.
But
And like I said, I didn't know it was a bag. I just looked at it.
but it's again, it's not about like defending ourselves and our opinion, whether it was right
Right.
or wrong. The one that I was really worried about is someone trying to tell us to shut up and not say anything because we've never met this person before. Let me text
How
Ryan. Uh,
how, how is that even gonna work? How? I mean, in any, nobody can really say stuff like that. Okay, especially these people like the other comment. Pak. Can you say that real quick?
pakialam.
There you go. Pakialam nyo, mga ingitero. Um,
And then they went off like making fun of our accents.
right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm hurt by that. It's okay.
No, but it's just a dangerous sort of path to go down on.
Right.
To tell someone to shut up because you feel insulted by what they said.
You
I mean,
can't to begin with because people are
ako,
entitled to everything.
yeah, like when someone said, okay, ikaw mukha kang kuneho na ano, whatever, or you look like a bald whatever, and I can't stop that person from saying anything like that. Why are you telling
Mm,
me to shut up about my opinion about what Ryan Agoncillo looks like? Whereas you, I can't stop you, or and I don't want to stop you from telling us what you think because we're both wearing green, bald,
mm.
and with funny accents right now. Parang,
Right.
'di ba? Parang it's a really dangerous path, I think, to tell someone to censor themselves or to not say anything because
That kind of so that kind of brought up something to me. Okay, is that something that is normal? It kind of relates to the whole chismis thing, right?
What
In a
about?
way, because it turns out, or it's sounding like we're chismissing type of thing, right? Is that what we're trying? Is that how it is, or no?
I don't know about chismis, but I would go with like when Tin was sitting here with with her spread eagle, you know,
Okay,
sitting in a vulnerable position a couple of minutes ago before we went on, and I said, "Uy, umayos ka dyan."
right.
Like, or calling someone out na, "Uy, may kulangot ka sa ilong mo." For me, that's along the lines of what we're saying. It's like
Ah, I
we
see
see
what you're saying.
we see something that I can see that your zipper's open. Do I tell you na kasi
Right.
or do I don't tell you kasi nakakahiya?
Yeah. Yeah. I think okay, so sa mga tao din naman kasi, hindi naman lahat ng
So yun yung sa
hindi naman
akin.
kasi lahat ng tao parehong ang pag-iisip. Okay. Kung tutuusin, bago mag-comment ng
Bakit
mga this and
bakit
that this, huh?
ba't nagtatagalog ka? Parang
I don't
sorry.
know. Okay, before sorry, before we comment on things, or before people should even comment on things,
No,
especially
ba't nag-English
respond to a
ka?
comment.
Tagalogin mo na, sige. Baka insultuhin sa magalit na naman sa atin na nag-i-English tayo eh.
Oh, okay. Well, before we comment, or before people should comment or respond to a comment, they need to kind of listen to the comment first, and try to look at it from somebody else's perspective. I think that's one of the problems there. But, again, not everybody's the same. Everybody looks at things differently. I just saw it as, you know what? I'm not bashing on the guy. I actually like the guy. I think he's a good actor and whatnot. He's got a great career. He's got a great job that I'm kind of envious of. Yes. That doesn't mean I'm talking bad about him. All I said was in regards to the bag that I thought was a bag that he was carrying, which happens to be a camera.
Para sa akin is if you're going to comment or you're going to put us in our place, you match the level of the mistake. Like don't
Ah,
add another insult to the injury. Like you said, "Oy guys, maybe it's not a good thing to be mentioning something about somebody's appearance." Yun nagigets ko pa eh. But if you're going to say, "Sino ba kayo? Di naman kayo kilala.
hmm,
Tapos ikaw mukha ka pang ganito." You know what I mean? It's like it's hard for me to respect your comment, which I appreciate by the way, but it adds another layer of a problem eh. And I'm not
yeah.
just talking about like people's comments about our little
Wow.
podcast here, but I'm talking also about like relationships. If I don't like whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendly relationship or a platonic relationship, it's respected, di ba?
Oh,
Pero it's not like anong mo,
wow.
wrong. You're making it like a bigger problem if the way that you're addressing the problem, it has to be pantay lang
Hmm.
dun sa dun sa nangyari. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
pakinggan nyo si Kuya Noel, ha. Maya-maya magagalit yan, mamumula. Sige, kayo ang pagagalitan. This is the Flip Side with Jay and Noel.